Velocity got a performance bonus for stopping Kovalkiewicz. Mesquita got a performance bonus for her submission. For his KO, Petrino got a performance bonus, and Oliveira for his second round sub over Gamrot got a performance bonus.
Oliveira versus Max Holloway, BMF. Hey Hunter, Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway, BMF. Vamos fazer acontecer essa. Hey Hunter, Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway, BMF. Let's make that happen. Hey Hunter.
We heard the call out, tell him. Only time will tell now, bruh. Type of fight, the White House? That's so long to wait. It'd be such a long wait, you know what I mean? Ain't making no promises, though. It'll be a fun one. And we've been talking about this fight. Me and him have a history. He's blaming it on some type of injury. I guess we get to figure it out now. Huh? My hand is good. Not good. My hand is getting better. And we're just waiting to get cleared. I haven't really got back on the mats yet. I've been doing some strength and conditioning, but that's about it. Be back sooner than later. So
Merab says, congrats, Figgy. Great performance against the top opponent. I'm waiting for you. That was a split decision win for Figgy over Montel Jackson. There was really nothing in that fight that indicated that he would be any sort of threat to contend and beat Merab, but I guess Merab's just being nice. I don't know what he's talking about. Lucas Almeida fought with a broken right hand against Michael Aswell. Everyone knew he had a broken hand at the weigh-ins, but the fight did go on. He didn't throw it once. He didn't even close his fist once, his right fist, and he ended up getting knocked out in the first round by Michael Aswell.
One of the biggest topics since the Friday was his hands, his right hand at the same weigh-ins. Did you notice that? Because in the fight he wasn't throwing the right hand as well. Is that something that you notice as maybe an opening you would fight in the fight as well?
As soon as I got off of the face off with him, I didn't even look at his hand. I was looking right in his eyes, and I could tell something was wrong, like if he was worried. And immediately my manager ran over, and him and Diego just kind of told me like, hey, his hand looks very big. It's kind of it looks like it's broken. And then my DMs were flooded on Twitter, Instagram. Everyone was like, hey, do you know this? Hey, I got inside info. So I definitely saw that picture. I saw all this stuff going on. At the end of the day, he came to fight. He came to show up. So I can't worry about what's going on with him. All I can do is worry about what I'm doing and worrying about getting the dub.
Were you afraid of maybe that the fight could get canceled if the commission could I could look at his hands?
I mean, that was definitely something that was brought to my attention that could have happened. But before we weigh in and stuff, we look at the doctors. I guess the doctor said he was fine. So if they said he was fine, I guess everything was all good to go.
Good old Brazil is what Max Griffin got to say about that. Damn respect for taking the fight, but the docs in the UFC are something else. Merab showed his good leg twice when he fought, and his other leg was infected. Bisping only had one working eye, etc., etc. I guess he was financially pressed to take the fight no matter what. I feel sorry for him, but there's nothing his opponent can do. Once you enter the cage, it's kill or be killed. But he fought when his hand was a balloon. UFC Rio had a few problems, like Usman failing that drug test, elevated levels of testosterone, so the Walter Walker fight got canceled. Simon Oliveira missed weight by 8 pounds, ended up getting stopped in the first round by Luan Lacerda, and Almeida broke his hand and still fought. Dustin Poirier was asked how much he missed his fight, and he says, every day the moment my eyes open. I've done it for 2 decades, dedicated my life to it. A part of me has died. Pretty dramatic answer, but I'm not surprised that he says that. Like, he's just a fighter through and through. That's who he is. Like, being a fighter isn't something he did. It's something he is. So I'm not surprised that he would say something like that, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does fight again. Next 4 UFC cards, you got DeRitter, Allen in Vancouver, then in Abu Dhabi, Aspinall versus Gane for the heavyweight belt, followed by a couple cards at the Apex, Onama versus Garcia and Bonfim versus Brown. That's a new main event for November 8th. Bonfim's coming off a win over Wonderboy Thompson, but it was a split decision. Many thought Wonderboy won, so he didn't get a lot of credit for getting that win, Bonfim. Then Randy Brown is coming off a crazy knockout victory over Nicholas Dalby. They just slugged it out in round 2, and then Dalby got knocked out, kind of like Gaethje got knocked out by Holloway, almost recreating that scene perfectly. That's going to be one of the contenders for knockout of the year. But those 2 cards that kick off November at the Apex are not good main events, relatively speaking, but the Apex is the lowest rung of UFC cards, followed by Fight Night cards outside of the Apex. That'd be a higher rung. Then probably Fight Night cards in the Middle East and Saudi Arabia, stuff like that's typically more stacked, followed by pay-per-views, numbered events. That's a higher level. Then special pay-per-viewed and number events like UFC 100, 200, 300, the White House card in June, and maybe the Paramount show that kicks off the Paramount deal in January. That will be one that'll be stacked a little bit more than normal, most likely. They got the bout order for UFC 321 later this month. Aspinall versus Gane headlines the show. Co-main event, Virna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern. Some people don't like that as the co-main event. Some people don't like that as a title fight, but it is a title fight because Whaley departed from the division. Dern could be a champ in the UFC. Didn't expect that at the start of the year, but things can change quickly in MMA. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Batista in the bantamweight division, fighting for a potential bantamweight title shot there. Volkov versus Almeida in the heavyweight division will be a good heavyweight fight. Volkov is going to be bitter watching Gane, a guy most people thought he beat and was robbed against, fighting for the belt against Aspinall, but if Volkov wins, he'll probably get a title shot. And Alexander Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov in the light heavyweight division kicks off the main card. They're going to slug it out until someone drops. Murzakanov's a slight favorite in this one. Charles Oliveira living up to his new nickname, Predator. He did live up to that. The announcer still announced him as Du Bronx. I guess he didn't get the memo about the nickname change. Holy shit, Lucas Almeida's hand, it looked like a balloon. How was he allowed to fight? Yeah, at that point, Michael Aswell was free money because Almeida's main weapon is his right hand. He did not throw it once. He didn't even think about throwing it once. He just threw kicks and left hands, and he got clobbered and knocked out in the first round. I only needed Ramos for my parlay, a 6-leg parlay. That was brutal. Yeah, I thought Ramos was going to win too, but with him, you just never know what's going to happen. I didn't see him getting standing rear naked choked in the first round, but he's unpredictable. Sometimes he looks brilliant. Sometimes he looks not good, and he lost by standing rear naked choke first round.
I know who the guy was. His name was Gerald Houston. I didn't know, because you don't know people that they're recording you through these sneaky ass glasses. But he walked up to everybody calling him a different name. And he walked up to me and he called me Serena Williams. And that's what happened. He called me Serena Williams. I said, I'm not Serena. He continued to say Serena. I said, I'm not Serena. And then he said something about how great Serena was or something. I just was like, bro, stop it. We're literally at a boxing match where pound for pound #1 man just beat Canelo, and I'm the pound for pound #1 woman boxer in the world. He should have asked, hey, can I walk up to you and call you Serena and we do like a little skit or something? I would have said yeah. Because I would have recognized his content. You know what I'm saying? Because I've actually seen some of his stuff. Listen, you can catch us off guard and you can call me Serena all you want to, but once I told you 2 or 3 times that I'm not Serena and told you to basically leave me the hell alone, and then you keep stepping to me, what you thought Pap was gonna do? Pap said, hey bro, chill out, and when Pap said chill out, he was like, when he said some disrespectful, like, I did it already, or what you gonna, or something crazy. He was like, no, I know you're not talking to Pap like that. And then boom. Yeah, we don't know who hit him. He could tell you. Honestly, I can say I don't think nobody hit him. Books hit him. Yeah, he got the video. He probably never gonna put it out there.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you want to donate, you can be a super thanks and have your comment featured in future videos.